You're muted.
This is weird.
This is
How can I hear you? Are we allowed to talk now?
I'm not sure how you and I can hear each other, but we can't hear him, which is even weirder.
Yeah, I'm like, how can we hear each other? Hey, you're muted.
We can't hear you, bud.
Can't hear you,
Chris. You're muted.
I don't know. Maybe
there we go.
There we go.
All right. Well, hey, great introduction, I guess. I thought it sounded good.
I totally botched that intro.
Surprise, everybody!
Surprise.
Special guests.
They don't call this the Crazy House for nothing.
So is it a new feature? We can hear each other backstage now? Because me and Remy can talk to each other.
That was the great thing. We were sitting there talking because I was like, I actually was talking to myself. I'm like, I can't hear you. And then I hear Alex. Hey, why can I hear you? I was like, I have no idea what's going on here.
I hear breathing. What is that noise? It's weird.
Well,
I do that.
That was probably the worst intro ever. And I knew that I told Jeremy before we came on tonight, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm nervous about this, but we're gonna trooper through this.
You know what? I'm not so nervous anymore. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that.
I broke the nerve wall.
That's it. Got out of the way.
So I hope you all are doing good tonight. We have a great guest with us tonight, and I want you guys to welcome an inspiration to the comic channel. I want you guys to welcome the company man, the boardroom certified, the one and only Winky. Thank you for coming on tonight, man. It's great to have you.
This Absolutely. Is fantastic. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming back, by the way, as well. I mean, you want to talk about a relief, like that was something where, I mean, when you left, and don't get me wrong, beautiful, by the way, very inspiring. But when that was something where I think there was always a lingering question on, all right, is he coming back? When is he going to come back? And then you came back with a fury. So it's just fantastic to have you back. So congratulations on coming back. And again, we really appreciate you coming on. Let's talk about it. So,
I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. So, it's kind of recap. Last week we were on Remy Q's channel, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to start alternating back and forth during weeks. 1 week it'll be on my channel, and then the next it'll be on his. So next week you can look for this on Remy Q Studios channel. Shameless plug for Remy Q there.
Thank you.
And then Alex, Alex, you've got a Sunday show that you do, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, every other Sunday right now.
And, And do you want to tell our viewers? I think most people know who you are, but just in case there's somebody here that doesn't, you want to tell them what that's about?
Yeah, sure. So, every Sunday, I'm still kind of working on what I'm going to do consistently, but for now, it's basically a support the community type show, open a few boxes, and then we start spinning wheels and doing giveaways and supporting smaller channels, larger channels, whatnot. There's so many good content creators here, and believe me, I know how it can be starting out. So that's what we do. It runs for about an hour, and just grip it and rip it.
I can tell you, my wife thanks you and probably has a little bit of a grudge against you because one of the very first shows that I watched of yours, I won a slab on, and it kind of started my obsession. And she kind of like, you're buying another slab now? You're buying another slab?
That's how it goes. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah. It is definitely that. She's all the time getting to the house and going, what did you get today? What did you get today?
Yeah.
But so let's take a little look at see who we've got in the house with us tonight. I've seen let's see here, kind of looking through comments. We've got Las Cruces 1971. He's a regular of ours. Thanks for stopping by.
Fantastic. Absolutely.
We've got Legion of Comics. We are Legion.
We are Legion.
Then we've got Slotted Up in the house. What's up, Slotted? We have Freaky Louie.
Mr. Freaky
been
Louie.
holding it down on Lame or Frame over on Rod the Rican's channel. How are you doing tonight, Louie? We've got DJ Links in the house.
What's up, DJ?
DJ's awesome dude. He just hit his 1,000 subscribers. Oh, look. Anybody know who this guy is?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about my wife, and look who pops up.
There you go.
My wife. So yeah.
I just posted on Instagram since the secret is out now on the mystery guest that we've been teasing for. So there you go.
And that secret got out really quick. But so backstage we were talking before the stream started about new comic book day. Any comic books you guys are looking forward to, or did you pick up anything?
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at Black Knight, that new one. I just picked that up. I'm gonna try that out. That just dropped, so I'm excited for it because I think it's a limited run. I think is it 6 books maybe? I can't remember, but yeah.
I think it was 5 or 6. Yeah,
we'll check that out.
Yeah, I grabbed the
cover A for it.
Radiant Black.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The second one, Catwoman. Had to get that cover for you, Mr. Chris.
That's a Jenny Frison cover.
Yeah,
she does some really good work.
And then I got Orphan and the 5 Beasts. This was I think a Small Town Collectibles pickup. So I had to make sure to.
Nice.
He was saying to check that one out. So
when
the Don gives a recommendation, I try to pick it up.
Did anybody see the books coming out this week and feel just a little bit underwhelmed?
A little bit. It seemed like a light week for sure. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. I know when I went there, I was it was like picking through, and then I was like, well, this was here last week, so maybe I'll pick it up next week type of deal. It wasn't like a hot rush.
Yeah.
I like, one of the newer books that I like that they were putting out are the two-tone books. I think they've got a Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, a Thor, and a Hulk now. Those look pretty cool to me, but I haven't pulled the trigger on any of them yet.
I'm with you. I'm like that. I definitely think they look cool. I haven't really gotten them either. My pull list is pretty small right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's mostly DC, oddly enough. So yeah.
Wow.
I like DC. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got into DC with Future State, and picking up some of those books. So that was kind of bringing me back into the world of DC. I was definitely a lot more Marvel. Chris, I think you were the same way. Other than Batman, I think everybody's got some sort of obsession with Batman somewhere. But
yeah.
That was new, kind of getting back into DC. So,
oh yeah. Does Batman even know where he's going right now? I mean, it really seems like the stories are being pulled in so many different directions.
Yeah, I think it just depends on which one you want to float with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be hard to keep up with all of them the way that it's going out now.
Yeah,
definitely. I did like the idea for Urban Legends. I saw that Grifter was in it, and was it Red Hood?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I just really felt like looking at the list this week. I felt like it was a kind of an okay week. I mean, you had a first appearance in Justice League 59, and then a small first appearance in that Catwoman book, but other than that, Ultra Mega is probably the closest on my pull list, or what I want to get. So,
yeah.
Second printing of Maniac in New York. I know that came out. I think was it this week or last week?
You know what? I'll be honestly, I missed everything last week. That's what I mean. I was catching up. I mean, last week was a complete bomb for me, and so this week when I went in there, that's why I said it was I was just floating around kind of. I had a huge stack at one point, and I was like, well, I can't leave with all this. And so I really had to kind of nitpick on what I was going to discuss this week and look at it, because I was like, well, shoot, if it's still here, you know what I mean? Because some titles just get swallowed up and then you can never find them again. But I was like, if this is still here from last week, there's a good chance it'll be here next week. And I mean, the way that my LCS works, they always have tons of stuff. And I'll tell you, the one thing that surprised me was Joker. Joker 1, they had this a variant that, I mean, I think they were selling it for $10, and they had, I don't know, 30, 40 copies of it. They had more copies of that than they did any of the other regular covers of it, which I was really surprised about. And so to me, it wasn't even worth the upsell of it, because I figured, well, you guys, like, you flooded the market here alone. Like, it's such an easy one to get a hold of. So I didn't see that big of a difference in the cover anyways, because I normally like getting a good incentive variant. But
now I don't want to brag too much, but I did get 3 Thor virgins in today. I mean, it's Thor.
Well, now you're gonna just piss me off. Go ahead. Let me see. Oh, nice.
It is nice.
This one is my favorite of the 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good one.
And then this is another beautiful cover.
Never seen that one.
I think this is number 3. I might be wrong. I probably am. I usually am. Oh, no, it's number 1.
Okay.
I was wrong.
There you go.
Who's the store?
Do what?
Is it what store exclusive is it?
Does
it say?
Unknown Comics.
Unknown. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say, you got to watch out, because Mr. Wink Inc. is gonna have all of those exclusives from the mystery boxes.
All you want.
So if you want Venom or Thor, I'm sure you got stacks of that, because I see you open it up all the time.
I'll give it. Yeah, I got tons of it, more than I ever wanted. Yeah,
that's nice too, Chris.
But yeah, first appearance of Dylan Brock.
Nice.
This is the New York City Comic-Con exclusive.
Yeah. That's a good one.
That actually,
that's how behind I am, though.
Yeah, but you know what, though? I mean, picking up that kind of stuff too, like that may be the way to go, because then you can pick what you want. You know what I mean? Like, everybody that got the story, I guess if you just got the regular cover for it, and you are getting mystery boxes, you're just doubling up on everything that you have. I mean, that's kind of it's like, if you haven't gotten those, which I haven't, then I know that I'm going to get some somewhere. So that's what's nice about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's
right.
A good point. That's why I skip out on some of it, because I know I'll get it in a mystery box.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I know it.
Yeah.
Like those Gleason Spider-Man covers.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're flowing in now. Yeah. I'm like, oh, man.
The ones that seem out of reach for me are like, oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just going to say that I mean, that definitely, as far as the Winking channel, I know there was always a question of who's going to take the mantle of the mystery box. And now that you're back, it's right back into the swing of things. And you get the high energy in there with the boxes, and you never know what's going to come, because it seems like, and I mean, I know for a while you had gotten some big boxes there before you left. And I know in that time, some folks have released some heavy hitters for these mystery boxes, and it just it's almost like it's gotten crazier and crazier as these mystery boxes, it was like 100, 200, now they have 1,000, and they have all kinds of stuff. And it's like, I remember you getting, like, at one point you got a big slab box where you just nothing but slabs, and you went through all these different slabs. I was like, this is insane. And like I said, like, now these mystery boxes that are coming out, I mean, they're $1,500 mystery boxes. Like, wow, I mean, these are big investments for books on a mystery box. So that's what's crazy. So
it's hard to get them too. It's funny, because it seems like the higher the price, and then of course the lower the run, they sell out instantly.
Yes,
because the market's so insane. I mean, it's almost, you're guaranteed. Heck, by the time they ship it to you, it's already worth 10% more than what you paid.
Yep.
If it's at value, because the market's so crazy.
Yeah, and
a
lot of the
Instagram
boxes now that are going out are the same way. Instagrammers, YouTubers. I mean, when these guys do it, I just picked up one from DJ Links, and I mean it was instantly gone. It seemed like. I mean, everybody just rushes in when somebody, new YouTuber or Instagrammer does a mystery box. So,
oh yeah.
Well, I mean, even people like Grant that's putting out mystery boxes. I saw his pop up on Amazon when he started his over at Grant's Comics. Mm-hmm. And I thought, okay, well, they're there now. I know where to find it. I'll go back and get one. I went back and it's not available anymore. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, he should be fixing that. I think that they capped him or something by accident, not realizing it was an unlimited quantity. So I think he's working on getting that fixed. Because I think there's only like 2 total like subscription boxes for on Amazon at all. It's like him and one other guy. So he was like, I got to get on here, So he's a good dude. That's a really good guy. Yeah.
Yeah. And the funny thing was, come to find out, I found out about Grant from your channel.
Okay.
And we only live like 35 minutes from each other, which is I thought was crazy. So
yeah, I've actually met up with him. He's come to Nashville before.
Okay.
Yeah, I met up with him once. It was actually when I was out. So yeah. Yeah, I haven't known it. I've known him just through YouTube like everybody else, and then we started talking to him. But yeah, he's savvy, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he knows the stuff, and I love that.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
So, right. Remy, are you ready to put Mr. Alex on the hot seat for a minute?
I suppose. Yeah, I mean that's what we came here.
I told. Yeah. That's what everybody wants to hear, right? All right, so I got a few questions for you, and just feel free to answer these however you desire, if you as descriptive or as non-descriptive as you want to. But the first question I have is, what got you interested in starting a YouTube channel? I mean, how did you go about starting it? What was your driving thing?
I mean, I think there's a couple reasons, and some of them are probably not what people expect. The one reason is like, I guess in a way, like I've always had the childhood dream, but I never, wanted to be like an astronaut, firefighter, police officer. I was like, I just want to do something where I can impact a lot of people in a positive way, and this really kind of fits that. And I didn't really have a YouTube background. I wasn't a guy that watched YouTube. I mean, I learned to tie a tie on YouTube, when I was younger, but I would never use it as what it is now. So, for me, it really, and then the other side of the coin was, I have an LLC, and just kind of on the side as a side hustle. And, I can't really do anything sort of half circuit, like hobbies. I don't, I was like, I got to turn this into a business. What better way to do that than, generate content? I actually, saw some people doing unboxings, and I was like, I could do this. Started with commentary, and I was like, and that got a little too divisive. I think I was like, this really isn't what I want to do. It was more stressful. So that's how it all kind of began.
And then took over mystery boxes with a fury.
Yeah,
bringing the high energy right out from the gate. That was it.
Kinda.
He took that hand and popped YouTube right in the face.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I think it's.
I know every time I watch.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I know every time I pull up one of his videos and I'm watching it in the living room, my daughter came out of her room one day and she said, "Dad, who is that on the TV yelling at you?" And I said, "Oh, no. He's just, that's his personality. He's a hype person." And
yeah.
She goes, "Oh, it just sounded like somebody was in here yelling at you." And I was like, "No."
Yeah. No, that's hey, it's a talent. It really is. I remember watching a show years back where they had like amateur wrestlers who were trying to make it big, and that was the hardest part. It's like you could have the body for it and physically be able to do that, but if you can't sell yourself behind the camera, like in between matches and all that other stuff, I mean that's like 90% of the game is bringing that type of persona up there. So yeah, I mean it's awesome. It's awesome to see you do that. And I mean, that's, that's a great way to do it. It's great.
Yeah, and that's kind of funny because like I'm the hype guy at my company, right? Like when you're at the company meetings and stuff, I'm the guy they pull up there. Hey man, give us this, talk about something, and and I'll go off on a tear, just about destroying the competition and get everybody going and gassed up. It looks like I'm gonna have a stroke up there. Like this guy is flying off the handle. I mean, I'm like, yeah, I'll just, they love it, they love that stuff. But it is funny because like I did kind of think about that when I was making this, and I was like, I'm just gonna do what I do, but make it sort of like a character, like a wrestling character, a little bit heelish, but I have the charisma and the rhetoric. I think I speak pretty well, and pretty quickly, so that helps. And I just started riffing with it. I was like, I'm just gonna rip this and see what happens because I knew I had to be at least a little different. I was like, I gotta bring some energy. So there's so many people doing boxes now. Yeah. And I definitely want to diversify beyond that. I just am not really sure how to yet, to be honest. I mean, to be, you heard.
Here you are.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, there was some strategy behind me only doing 3 videos a week initially because I wanted to leave the other 2 slots of the week open for something else. I just don't know what that is yet. I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm going to do yet.
Well, I mean, I know that you had me hooked from the first time I saw your channel. I mean, even if you were doing like video game unboxings, I was going, I'm going to watch it.
That's what I love. I couldn't believe, you just never know how this is going to go. Because I always tell people, it's like, I came to YouTube with my gloves on, right? I'm like, okay, I can't wait to drag these trolls. It wasn't like that at all. It was the total opposite. I was like, oh, wow, I'm not getting just absolutely blistered here. It's totally different than what I thought it would be. I was like, oh, man, people actually like this stuff. I'm like, it was definitely a shock to me. I was like, wow, maybe I can do more and more.
There might be a little intimidation there, too. I don't think they want to mess with a company man at all. And, I mean, see on the other side of the real world there. It's
yeah, it is funny, man, because people, it's interesting because as I've kind of grown the channel and stuff, people still don't reach out to me as often as maybe you would think, and I'm kind of like, I wonder if that's because they see the video and they're like, oh, man, leave that guy alone. I don't know. That's what I expect. So, yeah.
All right, question number 2. And this is one I think that a lot of people that are probably starting out in YouTube could use. It's actually a little bit of advice. If you could give a single piece of advice to somebody just starting out, what advice would you give them?
That's a tough one. If there was one piece and you're just starting, man, because there's some intangibles that you can do to jumpstart your channel that really do help from like a marketing standpoint, but not conventional marketing. Like social media marketing is a waste of your money. I mean, it's all about views and clicks, and you don't get a lot of interaction. Like I tested like a Twitter ad. I mean, yeah, you get 50,000 impressions, but an impression is when someone scrolls by your ad because they're like ad. Whatever, that counts as impression. But out of 50,000 impressions, I got like 8 engagements where they actually clicked on it. And I was like, well, this is a waste. But really and truly, like the biggest thing is consistency. You have to upload consistently. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, if you're nervous, if you're stuttering, if you're stammering, if you're having a hard time with delivery, you still got to have consistent uploads. I mean, that's the biggest thing that, to get yourself in that algorithm. Consistent uploads is key. That's the first critical piece. You can't just do, well, I'll do one here and then week and a half, 2 weeks later, I'll do one there. You got to be in that consistent rhythm. And if, a schedule's always big, I know that's kind of the cliche thing people say is, oh, keep a schedule. That definitely helps. I mean, organization is like that's a key part of life really to succeed. So, and that translates to YouTube, but the marketing side, the niche of the marketing side, and I mean like the true social media guerrilla marketing is I think where people miss the boat. What a great example is this live stream right here. Jump into these live streams in the chat. These live streams are critical for the success and growth of your channel. I mean, there's no doubt about it. If you can super chat somebody $5, be subtle. Don't say, oh, come subscribe to my channel. No. Compliment the creator. Come up with something. Say, hey, your content's really great. You inspired me to do my channel. Thank you. People are like, oh, this guy has a channel. You know, I mean, it helps. A catchy thumbnail, you know, spend $30 to get a little thumbnail, a little something there, whatever it is. You know, there's little things you can do that really just propel you into superstardom if you can keep them up. There's always roadblocks, though. So.
Well, that wasn't just one answer. So for those of you watching, that was like a whole gift package of answers.
Yeah, I mean, it's what worked for me, right? Like I mean, it was a lot of trial and error. I mean, there's a lot you can do, but it's a rabbit hole. You know, you can start investing a ton of time and money in this and it can get out of hand. But if you can budget it and, you know, run it somewhat like a business to where you're strategically trying to grow and you set goals for yourself too, that's a big thing. My goal is I target channels. I'm like, all right, past that guy, who's next? And I always have a target, channel target. You know, so I don't know. It's just little things like that for me.
Let's see here. Okay. Another good question, and this is more based on comics and not YouTube. We've seen you open tons, as Jeremy has already referenced, we've seen you open tons of mystery boxes. But if you walked into a comic store or a comic shop, what books would you gravitate to first?
Oh, that's a great question. So if I walk into a comic shop, I'm looking what's behind the counter first. I'm going right up to the big keys.
Right to the wall book.
Yeah, I'm going right in there, and I'm going to see what I can try to beat them down on. If there's anything up there that, you know, because right now, I mean, this is such a commodity market to where if you see something, you almost need to try to snatch it up because it's going to go up, especially if it's like a blue chip key that, I mean, at nothing is really reasonable price now. I mean, the reasonably priced books are just, everything's going up, but that's where I'm starting. But then I'm going to gravitate towards the Marvel wall, oddly enough, even though I'm kind of a DC guy. I always start with Marvel because it's obviously the most prominently displayed for sure. You know, and I'm just going through it. You know, looking for the new title, something I missed, something like that.
Now all the Marvel guys are like, yeah, we're going to go sub your channel. And then you said, I'm more of a DC guy. And they're like, oh,
yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, I've always just liked DC. I don't know why. It's funny. But I collect way more Marvel, if that's any consolation. You know, because Marvel Bronze Age to me is like, I love that stuff. You know, Silver Age, it's just getting out of control. But Bronze Age, oh, man, there's so much good stuff out of there.
And it's funny that the books that were around when we were kids are now like books that everybody wants. Like I think about ASM 361. I know. You know, when I was younger, you know, it was just one of those books you saw all the time. Yeah. But now, in order to get it, you're going to drop 300, 400, 500 and up just to pick one up.
That's crazy, man. That's just nuts.
Yeah. Slotted Up says indies are killing it now, and I agree. I like the turn for the indies. Yeah. Indie books are really starting to catch fire. Even companies that you've never heard of before, you know, the last couple of years, and I think that's great because it gives an alternative to something other than Marvel or DC.
Yep. I'm with you completely.
Yeah,
on that.
I think they've definitely kind of knocked in their own, you know, little area that everybody's grabbing from, and some of the best stories now.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, when you go to Marvel or DC, it's kind of like you're looking for those stories because those are the characters that you want and that you've always loved or enjoyed. So yeah, you know, I want to know what's going on with Hulk or Superman or whoever it is. But a lot of these indie stories, I mean, that's where they're mixing it up, where it's like, wow, that was really good. I'm going to get that one again, you know, and they've been so successful with that. So.
Well, I think I like indies because they're not bound by the politics of like the big two. You know, they're more free with what they do, and they're able to kind of push a little bit more of the boundaries, and I like that kind of outside of the box feel with reading an indie book. A perfect example that's picked up fire is Maniac in New York. I mean, that book, before it came out, I'd not heard anything about it, and then it hit, and it's like a wildstorm now.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good one.
So we're gonna take you off the hot seat now.
All right.
Does it feel better?
It's not too bad. Not too bad.
No, back in the hot seat. Superman versus Thor right now. Who wins?
I can't, Thor. I'll put anybody against Superman. I can't stand him. Oh my god!
Thank you.
No Superman. That's cliche. Oh my gosh! The best scene in like film history is Batman versus Superman. He just works him over. And I love Batfleck. I don't care what anybody says. That's the best Batman. There's never going to be a better Batman.
He was a surprise. I'll definitely give you that. I was on when they talked about him playing Batman. I was definitely one of those folks who were in denial about it. I said, this is going to be horrible. And then it turns out I was like, wow, no. He was.
When I saw how bulked up he was, I was like, this is everything right here. That montage, I was like, man, I think about that to get through hard days. I love Batfleck.
Well, speaking of Superman and Batman, are either one of you planning to watch the Snyder Cut? Comes out tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Tonight.
What does it drop? Does it drop tonight?
It's going to be 3 o'clock Eastern and then midnight on the West Coast.
Oh man! Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't be watching it tonight. I'm out.
I'll have to. I'll have to watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, Tennessee, you're going to be an hour behind us. So,
unless I'm,
But I mean, I looked today at like a lot of the appearances that are listed for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Could they have packed more DC characters into this movie? It's like Snyder was like the Oprah Winfrey, and he was going, "You get a cameo."
I'm gonna tell you, hey, this is it though. I think this is make or break. If this bombs, it's a nail in the coffin, and you're gonna have to wait a while.
See, but even if it bombs, like DC's problem to me is like you've got these great intellectual properties.
Mm-hmm.
Make movies. Who cares how bad they are? People are going to go watch them.
I guess. Yeah.
I just pump and dump them. I'd be doing whatever. Just pump them out. I call them Bat in the Sun people and be like, hey, look, come on. You want to make some movies?
Well,
jump in here.
So I mean, I think DC's strong show-wise. I think they're strong animated-wise as well. And I mean, I've been a fan of the movies themselves. I mean, I'm excited for this, but I mean, I think it's just one of those things where if it's, I don't know, they put a lot of time into this, a lot of money, and it really is. It's like, all right, this is what we've been waiting for. This was the big vision and the big. The big show. So let's see how it comes out. So I don't know if it bombs. I'm worried.
Yeah.
I think
hashtag priorities. There you go.
He took off of work.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm calling the president of your company.
You are the president of his company.
No daycare tomorrow. Slotted up. Says. Oh.
I think what worries me the most about DC movies is that they have this sense of darkness to them, but then they take that darkness and they throw in something stupid or hokey, like just something that I recall right off the top in Wonder Woman 84. Thought it was a great movie, but then you've got Wonder Woman riding clouds with her lasso. And I'm going, why?
Hey, why don't you bite your tongue, sir? Wonder Woman versus Superman right now. Who wins?
Wonder Woman.
We do.
I just wanted another versus
He's beat.
Superman.
We win.
Oh man, Wonder Woman. I don't know. That movie to me, I was not a big fan of it, but I did love Cheetah. Man, I love Cheetah. I thought she was awesome, but man, that thing was all over the place to me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man,
it was. I'm not. It wasn't my favorite. Like they keep putting stuff out like Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey, and I tried to give them a chance, and I was like, no, it doesn't work. I hope they do justice to the new Suicide Squad movie, but I've got my doubts. I don't like John Cena, and John Cena's in it. I would rather not see him, but
John Cena versus Superman. Who wins?
Wow, I might have to take Superman. You might have already broke. You're right. You might have already broke the streak. Superman.
He can't see me.
Who's your favorite wrestlers? You guys watch wrestling, right? Or you used to?
Oh,
Like
yes.
you used to watch it, or
Absolutely.
Who's the best of all time? Give me the GOAT right now.
Best of all time?
Could you guess who I think the GOAT is? Don't say Mr. IRS.
No. I'm my favorite. I mean, especially as a kid, was Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was my guy.
I love Hollywood Hogan, definitely. I love where you're at with it, because nobody has ever really done what he's done. How do you go from that baby face to that heel? That was good.
My favorite is Edge.
Let's say Chris is definitely more the wrestler guy. He's got the knowledge of the wrestling.
Edge. That's an interesting choice, man. I mean, I liked how he started with like what is that Vampiro guy or whatever?
Yeah, the Brood.
Yeah, the Brood. Yeah, Edge. No, it's not it though.
See, my wife knows me. She, as soon as I said it, she was like, Edge.
There you go.
Yeah, Edge. No. Come on, this one should be easy. Triple H.
Okay.
Yeah, gotta be Triple H. I love him. Oh man, I love him. I feel like he never got his due. Ric Flair, that's good too. I like that.
Bret Hart, Ric Flair. We got a bunch of people in the chat. Turned into wrestling all of a sudden. Let's not forget about Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? We're not even talking about wrestling. Let's just talk about real life. Andre the Giant crushed anybody.
If we're talking 80s and 90s wrestlers, that's tough.
That's a little different. Yeah, that's different. That is tough. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I still like. I don't even watch wrestling like a whole lot, but I'll go to those shows. Like I'll go to the pay-per-views and stuff. Still, I mean, I'm like, man, I gotta go check it out. Like I have to.
Nick's Kicks and Comics took it right out of my mouth. My favorite 90s wrestler, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon.
Yeah, I definitely, man. I love the NWO. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever.
Freaky Louie says Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior's good. Ultimate Warrior's good.
So somehow we take a show about comics and turn it into WWF.
I was just curious. I mean, you're talking about that wrestling. I was like, man, I never, I used to love wrestling. Like, yeah.
No, that's just that's what I think of when we talk about you starting out a show.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I leaned into. It's like I imagine in between the match, you got that interview and the guy's like, I'm here. I'm kicking butt. I want this guy. You know what I mean? It's that exact. I mean, honing in on like, who's the champ? It's me for this reason. Keep watching. See what I do next week. And it's like instant sale. And so, that type of energy is what I think of. Is definitely in that wrestler element. So,
okay, now I'm gonna hit you since Jeremy's done all the Superman verses. If you had to create a Mount Rushmore of wrestlers, who would it be?
Gosh, man. I mean, it would have to be. Wow, that's a great question. I would say Triple H, who is just absolutely at the top for me. I would say Ric Flair is way up there. I love Ric Flair. I like guys that have a wide range, right? Like that have played faces and kind of transcended themselves. I'll tell you another one that for me is Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
And they've messed him up a lot, but his range is absolutely insane. I mean, he's a once in a generational talent when you think about what he's able to accomplish. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that guy really does some insane things. And his new character was insane, like the Bray Wyatt, the Fiend thing. I'm like, oh, okay. But he's doing it, I mean, he's delivered with it. And that's kind of I don't know. Then it becomes a pretty long list from there.
Would Shawn Michaels make it?
No.
No.
One trick pony. Nah, not for me. No Shawn Michaels.
Okay. Nah. Bret Hart.
Bret Hart's close. I got to say. Bret Hart's close.
He was a small guy in a big guy's world.
Yes. And he was resilient, and he was absolutely great on the mic. Great heel. Gosh, I like Bret Hart.
I would venture to say that his brother was better on the mic than he was.
I agree.
Owen he knew how to make you hate him.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I'm with you. I liked Owen a lot. He was really good. I'm sure there's some. I always forget him. You know, like you'll say one. I'm like, oh yeah, he's on there. I always forget it. You know, it's been a while. I haven't watched it in a while. I mean, to me too, Chris Jericho. I think Jericho. I mean, man, you look what he's done with AEW, and oh my gosh, man, Jericho always has the greatest like little one-off sayings. Like, you know, I'm the Ayatollah of rock and rolla. You know, the lexicon of Le Champion. I mean, I love that stuff. Like, this cat is amazing. I even have this. I'm like, what am I doing? I have his champagne back here. A little bit of the why the hell did I buy this? It's Jericho. You know, I was like, man, what am I doing here?
Oh, that's a good one. And not to linger on wrestling, but Nick's Kicks and Comics said Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom. That's pretty awesome.
One of the. Oh man, we have segued so hard.
That's a good point. Stacey is a good point. Finn Balor. I like Finn Balor too, man. I think that's a wasted talent. Man,
absolutely
wasted.
One of the most well-rounded, I believe, current wrestlers, and he's on the C Show.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Like, how come they wasted the Demon versus the Fiend? How come we never saw that? Like, what happened? Like, I mean, that's a waste. Like, how did that not happen? I was like, man, of course they're going to build up towards that, right? No.
Yeah, I hope they do. I really do. Yeah. Jeremy's just sitting there like, okay, I'm going to jump in. No.
I said Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. You know what time era I'm in. All right. All right. Does anybody want a peanut?
So, I guess the big reason that we do this is to kind of give some love to channels that are growing, and I know that Alex, you see tons and tons of channels that jump into your live streams like you were talking about earlier. Are there any channels that you'd like to mention that we should go check out?
Yeah. Mine.
Remy Q Studios.
Yes! Record it.
Yeah, that's what. A guy like so I always try to hone in. I keep a list. Like, I have this big list of kind of where people are, because I was just winging it, to be honest. And I was like, oh man, I'm live right now. I got to find somebody's channel right now and see what. But now I'm kind of a little smarter about it, because I take the low hanging fruit. I'm guilty of it. I'm like, oh great, this person's at 950 done. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm like, I got to take the low hanging fruit. But Gary B, the casual comic guy, man, it's a great channel, 400 subs.
Yep.
I love that guy. I mean, he's been incredible support to me. You know, just somebody I talk to. He's one. I like Mr. Dinkum Reviews too. It's funny, coming to some of the stuff I watch is probably what people wouldn't really expect. I mostly watch stock stuff. I watch all the stock guys more than anything, which is funny because I try to, unless I'm like researching somebody that's that next target, and I try to see what they're doing that I'm doing differently. You know, like right now, like I'll give you a prime example. Right now, it's driving me nuts that my interlacing and output on my XSplit isn't really translating well to our live stream. I don't know what's happening. Like, I'm constantly trying to improve the production quality. I'm looking at it. I'm like, what's going on here? But no, there's some really good comic book channels, and you guys know way more about this than I ever will. And that's what I think is crazy, because I wanted to take that perspective of a new collector. You know, like, hey, I'm a newer collector, and let's learn about this together. And now it's this hobby's never been more accessible. I mean, man, anybody can get into comics. You can download the apps. You can, anybody can do it, and you're in. And that's a big driving force, I think, is why you're seeing these things go to the root. You know, they're going crazy.
Well, and I think this has a lot to do with it as well. I mean, the community, the YouTube community, Instagram, comic book community, anything like that. It's like you have so much more reach than what you ever did, so it is more accessible, but it's like now you've got so many more eyes looking for you for something. It's like, I look at books all the time I never would have looked at before. I'm like, oh yeah, I know that guy would probably be interested in it, and then you shoot somebody a picture or something, and it's like, so
that's a good point. I mean, that's an excellent point, because I mean, man, this network built here is insane. I mean, that's what I was telling everybody. I was like, because we're going, I think a ton of people are going to C2E2. I don't even know what they're going to do. They're going to have to there's going to be 3,000 YouTubers. I'm like, who the hell are you guys? Everybody's going to be in the I was like, because with this lockdown, this is going to be unprecedented. Everybody's going to be like, what in the world is going on? They're going to think we're being invaded.
It's like when school goes out and all.
Yeah, everybody's going nuts. Oh, this is going to be insane. I mean, man, everybody's going to meet each other for probably the first time. Yep. I mean, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be at C2E2 for sure.
It's awesome.
As long as they run it, if they do it.
And I love doing stuff like this because you're talking about meeting people. I know we're not in person, but I guess this is as close as you can get to in person is without being in person. So I mean, it's fun just getting to meet new people from not even just the U.S. Two guys that I love to watch now, and I'm gonna plug their latest video, Slippy Fingers. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. Whack Comics, they just put a video out and it was hilarious. And
Whack Comics,
they probably will make you cringe sometimes watching what they do with comics, but that's their whole intent. And they're funny guys. One is from the U.S., the other's from United Kingdom. Tyler's from the U.S. and Lee's from the U.K. Yep. And they do some great stuff. Funny guys.
And we got the 500 subscriber giveaway for them. So they just hit it, and I think you've got another 2 weeks to submit videos. They've got a bunch of ways to win, but this is one of the prizes that we had for them. So
yeah, they're at 531 already.
Yeah.
This is crazy. What is it? Oh my gosh, man.
But they're doing some great stuff over on their channel, and I think they're hilarious. But they're fun guys just to talk with.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just got done doing that 24-hour live stream.
Ooh.
And raised over $1,600 for Starlight Foundation. So
nice.
Yeah.
So Jeremy, did you say that you did or did not have?
I am on hold for all shout outs until next week. Yeah. My prep went 100% into the special guest that we have over here.
Well, I feel bad for your shout outs then. No, I'm just kidding.
They don't care. They don't care. I gave them shout outs yesterday.
Yeah. They're good. They're good.
Well, I talked to two people this week. The Comic Burrito. Mm-hmm. They're great. They're funny channel too. Just a great channel. It's really hard to even explain their videos if you've ever seen any of them. But if you haven't seen the Comic Burrito before, you need to check that channel out. And
they have some insane live streams as well. They have that late night live stream. They'll have a creator on there for like a half hour, and then if they want to keep going, they'll just go. And if the creator stays on, great. If not, they'll start inviting people in the chat. Sometimes that thing will go on until the morning. I mean, it's 8-9 hour live stream. Just let this thing run and just keep it going.
They do a 9.5 hour one. What in the world?
Start at midnight and just keep going. So
and Symbiote Supreme. I think he was one we mentioned in our very first episode. He hit over 100 subscribers and posted that today on Instagram. So I think that's really cool.
And I'm glad you guys are saying some of these because I've never heard of some of these channels. It's awesome. I always am looking for more.
And the cool thing about him is he had a bunch of videos, but he took them down because he's still in high school. and he really wants to post videos to YouTube. So his mom asked him not to show his face. He was like, fine. And he went back and he's redoing his videos so that he can film them without showing his face. And he posted a post on Instagram today saying, hey guys, I hit over 100. Just super appreciative, really, really nice guy to talk to. And
yeah, he was really good. I mean, I when he started out, I think everybody kind of tried to give him a little bit of a push there. A lot of shout outs. Again, young guy getting into it, and I mean, really good content. So it was fun to watch that. And yeah, hitting 100 is amazing. So, and that was quick.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
awesome.
Because I think when we started, he was what? He was maybe around 40.
Yeah.
And he shot up to 100 in less than 2 weeks. So
yeah.
I was really, really happy about that. So I don't want to hold you guys here all night because I know you have your own lives and you got stuff to do. But do either of you have any announcements that you'd like to make? Anything you'd like to say before?
I've got the DJ Links unboxing that I need to figure out what the heck I'm doing with that. I've got another big unboxing, it's a short box unboxing that I need to take care of. And I'm hoping to have another set of Golden Age slabs come through. Ooh. Some more DC, possibly. Now that I've been able to move some Wonder Woman slabs around. So trying to fish around for some of those older DCs when I can get them. No chainsaw unboxings, unfortunately, so I'm not going to be doing nutsy things with that. I do have a set of slabs that's coming in. I might do a chainsaw unboxing for that, but not the Golden Age stuff. I can't. I'm not an idiot. I mean, we'll get crazy, not that crazy though. So, yeah, that's all I got. I mean, this has been awesome, though. It's our first big guest. We appreciate it.
Oh man, no worries. I am no. It's so funny. I'm definitely no one, man. It's just another normal guy. Me, I have. This is my last week on YouTube. No, I'm just kidding.
You heard it here first, folks. Record it.
Yeah. No, I got a video that drops in 8 minutes. It'll be out. And yeah, so now nothing new. I do have some like monster big time boxes, big time stuff coming up.
Wow.
I will say, yeah. I got some community boxes, of course. I've got a CGC returned. I wanted to see how that would go. I actually have a ton of books that I constantly send to CGC and rotate in, and I figured, heck, I might as well start showing them off. It seems to work for everybody else. Thought, we'll see what I get. So I got 12 books. Usually do 12 at a time.
Nice.
We'll kind of put those in rotation, see how it goes. But
writes down on his calendar.
Algorithm
Make
definitely
sure
likes it when you put CGC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime you can write CGC, you'll get a little bump. I've noticed that. So.
Yeah. Definitely.
And also make sure that you subscribe to Alex if you haven't already. It's Wink Inc. You see his name right there under his screen.
Yep.
And he has the.
We're sure you probably already have, but
yeah,
hey, you never know. You know,
just in case. I'm going to be running the screenshots of this for the next month, so we'll see what happens with that. Hi, Mom. Check it out. Look at this. Look, Dad. Sorry, my father's out in Tennessee, by the way. He's in Sparta. Yeah, he's in Sparta. He's in White County, so yeah.
He's not far from me at all.
Yeah, when you talk about Nashville and everything, it's like, yeah, I've been around there a few times.
Oh yeah, no, he's real close.
That's normally where we go for like 4th of July. They always do a big show down there, so it's always nice.
Well, I've only got a couple of things that I want to say before we kind of wrap this up. DJ says, "Who is this Wink Inc that you speak of?"
Yeah.
But as of tomorrow, I'm getting the first prototype for my first piece of merch. I've got a channel shirt that's coming out with my logo on it. Black t-shirt. I'll be showing it off in a video later this week. If you want one of those, you can get with me and I'll hook you up. Also going to have stickers with that logo on it. And the other announcement is I hit 300 finally. And so I'm going to be doing a giveaway a live giveaway. You can look for an announcement about it. But since you guys are here, I'm going to tell you about it first. I myself am going to be giving away 3 prizes for my giveaway. I have a custom sketch cover that's being done by an artist that works and has worked for Marvel and owns his own indie company. I'm going to be giving away a slab and probably a couple of Virgin covers with that. And then the other prize is, and this is something I was kind of tinkering with and have been tinkering with over the last month and a half. I'm going to be giving away my first designed Cardboard Crazies mystery box as a prize.
Nice.
Cool.
We're going to call it the Crazy Box.
I think we've got a slab for you as well, don't we?
It seems like you said you did, but I didn't want to say something and be wrong. So
I believe we do. Yeah. So for the Remy Q Studios Base Boosted Bonanza, I believe Cardboard Crazies was on that list of channels that we were putting slabs up for grabs. So once he hit the 300 subscriber mark, we had, I want to say now, and this is crazy to think about, I want to say we've got about 75 slabs that you can pick from. So we'll draw a name. That person get in touch with me. I'll show you 75, maybe a little bit less than 75, but it's going to be a lot. And you can pick from one of those. So that way, if you like, whatever you like, DC, Marvel, Indie, we got tons of different grades. So I'll let, they'll be able to pick out one. And don't forget, we're going to get ready for round 2 because we only have 2 more channels that need to hit their milestone. And we're going to wrap those up pretty quickly and then do round 2. I think we're going to go 10 to 15 channels this time. Each channel will get a slab when they hit their milestone, and we'll give it out to one of their subscribers. So, that's definitely something that we'll set you up with as well, Chris.
And I'm gonna one up that Spider-Man booth. If you get a GP box from my mystery box, it's gonna explode with glitter when you open it.
Oh, there you go.
Just a warning.
Here you go.
You get the mystery box and a chance to clean up glitter.
Win-win.
So, Alex, we just want to say thank you for being here with us tonight.
Yes,
we really
seriously
appreciate you taking time to do that.
I wasn't even sure this was going to happen, and this is amazing. So I appreciate it so much. Seriously.
Of course, man. No worries. Absolutely.
And you're welcome back here anytime. We would love to have you jump on with us, but I know that you have a super busy schedule and a family, and so we'll try to schedule you at least a time to come back.
I'll definitely come back.
And maybe next time I won't screw the intro up where we're all going.
Please do. That made me feel so much better. Literally. We're backstage like, what is he doing? Yeah. And how the heck can I hear you? It was just, we couldn't figure it out. It was like the biggest glitch in computer history.
I know. I'm telling you, I did not know you could talk to people backstage. I've never had that happen before.
It's never. I've never known it to work like that either. And that was what was so weird, that we could hear each other. Couldn't hear you though, Chris. And sure enough, you looked like you were doing something big there. I could tell you were really, ramping everybody up. Like, hey guys, we got the biggest guest. You'll never believe who he is. Wait till we bring these guys out, and then you bring us out. We're like, hey, we can't hear a damn thing you're saying, man. I'm sorry.
I thought I was ready for it, but I wasn't ready.
Oh, man.
That's too funny. Too funny.
Well, guys, if you don't have anything else to say, I guess we'll wrap this up. And thanks again to Alex for joining us tonight.
Yes,
thank you,
thank
Remy.
you.
Definitely.
And
thank you. And please, nobody expect anything next week on my channel because we can't outdo this. This is sorry, everybody.
Well,
back to your regular scheduled program.
He'll be on the control panel next week, so it'll be a lot better.
Yeah, there you go.
But thank you everybody for being in the Crazy House tonight, and we hope you have a good rest of the week. And take care, and we'll see you next Wednesday at 7:00.
See you guys.